Yo, you too. It's your boy, and I'm back with another reaction video. And someone in the comments told me to react to a video by, let me see, the channel name is Get in the Robot, I think. Yeah, Get in the Robot. And they have a video basically explaining all the JoJo stands. Also, there was another person, who was it? I think it was the same person, the Supercuts guy. I don't know what to call you, by the way. I always just call you the Supercuts channel. It's so weird. But he told me to react to Hermes and Company versus Sports Max. So I already got the tab open. So I'm gonna react to it right after this. So maybe, hopefully, he explains it in this video. Those two, or I mean, that the people in that fight. But yeah, let's get into it.
When it comes to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the first thing people think
Oh,
of
okay.
has to be opposing, and in a distant second comes stands, psychic extensions of JoJo's characters' fighting spirit. Stands come in a wild variety of forms, powers, and styles. They can stop time, create life, or be a cell phone tower. Stands are weird, man.
Wait, what? Who's a cell phone tower? I need to know who that is, bro. I need to know who that is. Or there's no way they have a fight scene, right? They're a cell phone tower. That's so ridiculous. This show. Cell phone tower is crazy, bro. Cell phone tower? What was, bro? I thought dental floss was as weird as it was gonna get. But a cell phone tower is crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Real quick, I'll be referencing stands from all of the
So
seasons of anime,
ridiculous.
so if you're not caught up with part 5, you may encounter some spoilers. To keep it simple, stands are visible manifestations of individual life force caused by an alien meteor virus. Okay, yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot up front. So
What? Wait, what? That is the most anime explanation I've ever heard. An alien virus? That's insane. Oh, so is that why in part one there was no stands? Because in part one there was no stands, right? If I'm not mistaken. So an alien meteor. That's in. Imagine being a JoJo's watcher, and part one comes out, right? And then and then you wait for the next part, or I'm not sure which part it starts, but let's just say you keep reading or watching up until the part, and then a meteorite just, you can't. You're waiting. You're like excited for the next part to come out, and then you start reading it, and then a meteorite crashes. That is so insane. I wouldn't even know how to take that. I would probably, bro. Let me just get back into this video. Make this a 30-minute
let's
video of
start
me
things easy with a
laughing.
little bit of history. So it all began 50,000 years ago when an alien meteor crash landed in Greenland. As they do. Some say it
In
intentionally
Greenland?
landed on Earth, drawn by the strength of human will. Or maybe it was just an aimless piece of space junk. Either way, it carried an extremely deadly alien virus. Around the Middle Ages, a man craving absolute power like that of the gods gathered some of the meteor fragments and carved arrows from them. He had a lot of time on his hands. These arrows carried the virus, and almost everyone who came in contact with it died. For the few who survived, the virus unlocked a latent supernatural ability, a stand. In 1986, an archaeological research team in Egypt unearthed these ancient arrows. Unfortunately, Diablo
Okay.
was a member of that team. We have no idea what Diablo was doing on an archaeological dig, and if we did, we'd probably be dead. I'm not trying to mess with the future boss of Pashon, alright? We do know he stole the 6 arrows found, kept one, and sold the rest to Enya the Hag. Why is it in her name that she's the Hag? Like,
I know, right?
from there, they scattered all over the world. Of the 6 known arrows, only
So there's
one
only
has a beetle
six.
symbol, the Requiem arrow. Requiem? Requiem? I've never know how to say that.
Requiem, yeah, yeah.
Requiem.
Requiem. Requiem. If a stand is pierced by this arrow, they'll evolve into their Requiem form for as long as the arrow remains part of them. Some people who get hold of arrows like Diablo and Popo, or the Nijimura brothers,
Where?
intentionally use them to unlock as many stand users as
The
possible. Never
Requiem
mind that
form?
anyone struck with one who can't handle it will die horribly. If someone isn't strong enough to manifest a stand on their own, they'll still have a chance if they get healed before they bite it. That's how Code.
Okay, so hold on. There's 6 arrows spread out, and the arrows are used to create people who have stands. Some die, some don't. Okay. Okay, I'm following.
Koichi got his stand, Echoes, which was just like an egg.
Did he just say his name is Luigi? There's no way.
Be like hella
Did he just hatch from an egg?
Is like a
Am I
big buff
tripping?
dude. Had to be.
No, I gotta rewind. Hold on.
Before they bite it. That's how Koichi got his stand, Echoes, which was just like an egg. Which had
Koichi? Bro, there's no way. I'm just gonna act like I didn't. There's no
hella
way.
disappointing. Josuke is like a big
I had to have
buff
heard that
dude
wrong.
That like heals things and reverses like
Oh, you know
critical.
what? I just thought about it. There's no correlation anyway. Yoshi is the one that hatches from the egg. I was thinking of Yoshi. They're both like dominantly green, so I just mixed them too.
Illness.
I don't know
And then
why.
this one's just like lunch. Anyway. Oh, and the arrows work on any living creature, including cats, rats, apes, and aliens. They even seem slightly self-aware and seek out worthy users. The stand arrows can be
Wait,
used-
what?
Alien.
Wait.
Oh, and the arrows work on any living creature, including cats, rats, apes, and aliens. They even seem slightly self-aware and seek out worthy users. The stand arrows can be used many times, though some, like the one that created Killer Queen, get absorbed
I was about to ask that. Wait, so the arrow can be used many times? I thought it was just like a one-time thing.
in the process. Arrows can be
Whoa.
broken, but if the simple
Wait.
part
So
of them
there's animals with stands, bro? I need to see that, bro.
remains intact, they can
Did I see
still
an
awaken
animal fight? I
stands.
don't remember.
I know none of
So,
this, actually.
I feel like I would remember
This is
that.
actually really interesting. Stands can even pass down through bloodlines. None of the Joestar family were directly hit by arrows, but when Dio used one on the body he stole from Jonathan Joestar, the entire then living family stands were unlocked. Joseph and Jotaro were strong enough to gain their stands, but Josuke and Holly Kujo both fell ill. Of course, once Josuke recovered, he earned himself Crazy Diamond, or Shining Diamond if you don't want to
Also,
be
two of them died.
But getting a
This
stand
is
isn't always a
crazy.
life or death gamble with the stand arrow.
not that hard to follow, though.
Muhammad Abdul, Noriaki Kakyoin, and Little Shaz.
Muhammad Abdul. This show is
Luca
goated.
Joestar, no relation. We're all born with stands.
Why is he invisible?
And perfectionist chef Tonio Trusardi brought out his cooking-based stand, Pearl Jam, later in life through sheer passion for his craft. As iconic as they are, stands
Wait,
didn't
so the stands represent life energy and whatever that person is like attached to, basically, it becomes like a stand. So the guy with the fishing hook was like a fisher, or like he loved fishing, and his stand, he got shot by an arrow, or just developed his stand through bloodline or whatever. And it became a fishing hook. That's crazy. So how did what's his name become a cell tower? I need the backstory. And how did the other dude become a zipper man? Hold on, bro. Hold on. Who else had a weird power? Dental floss? Well, no, that's different. That was probably like a string or some type of. That one's more understandable. But like, no, I need backstories. I need answers. I need to know.
didn't even show up in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure until part 3. The first 2 parts are just a classic story about vampirism, pillarmen, and the ancient art of Hama, aka ripple. Actually, the original kanji for stands, stando, literally means ghostly ripple, probably named after the same ripple energy. On the other hand, Joseph Joestar said stands are called stands because they literally stand next to their user.
That is so corny.
I feel you. Early Stardust Crusader
Stands.
stands were named after the Rider Waite Smith Tarot Deck's
That's
major
hilarious.
arcana cards. You know, Star, Platinum, Hermit, Purple, you get it? After that, Araki switched to the Egyptian
starving.
gods like Horus, Osiris, and Anubis. But then Araki really hit his stride when he started naming stands after bands, albums, songs, and musicians. I mean, JoJo's was already a playground
Magician.
of pop culture references. Shouts to my boy, Mr. Robert E.O. Speedwagon. Best name and best girl. Shout out to American litigation, though. Naming stands like this was just the logical step forward. Unfortunately, due to copyright issues outside of Japan, some of the original names had to be changed when they hit the West, in the subtitles at least. Steely Dan became Dan of Steel, which sounds questionable. Bad Company became Worst Company, which was a worse name. Spice Girl transformed into Spicy Lady, which definitely sounds like the store brand version of the stand. And The Grateful Dead became The Thankful Death. Because they're manifestations of their user's psyche, most stands don't have much of a personality of their own. If a stand has a mouth, users can talk and react through them. Take Katoshi's Red Hot Chili Pepper, for example. There's also Fugami's Highway Star and Manish Boy's Death 13. Most stands are invisible to non-stand users. The few stands average people can see are bound stands like Toph, a bizarrely drawn comic book that predicts the future, or Wheel of Fortune, a souped-up war card.
What? Wait, he just said a comic book was a stand? Go back. Because I was listening. He said they can barely see them except bound stands. And then he said, what he said?
The few stands average people can see are bound stands like Toph, a bizarrely drawn comic book that predicts the future, or Wheel of Fortune, a souped-up war card. Non-stand users can also see the effects stands leave behind, like this handsome arresting rock formation, or like these guys whose bodies just start falling apart. Though stands can affect the physical world, they can only take damage from other stands. So the only way to attack a stand is in stand-to-stand combat, or by attacking a stand's user. Because they're linked to their user's life force, when a stand user is injured, their stand often suffers similar injuries, and vice versa. So it follows that stands can act independently to save their user. Like the time Star Platinum caught a bullet JoJo shot at his own head. Then there are some truly sentient stands like Spice Girl, who named herself and offers advice for a newbie user Trish, which is kind of weird if you think about it. Just like any relationship, it takes time for stand users to really get to know all of their stand's abilities. Koichi didn't discover Echo's 3 acts until it became absolutely necessary in the heat of battle. And talk about a close call.
He looks cool.
Kira only unlocked Killer Queen's Bite the Dust after committing a particularly evil act. And Jotaro didn't discover Star Platinum's ability to stop time until his final fight with Dio, which was pretty convenient, I'm not gonna lie. Training and practice can also improve a stand's power. It's sort of like any kind of endurance training. When Jotaro practiced time stop, he got up to 5 seconds at his peak and slipped down to half a second.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. At the end of the fight, he all of a sudden was able to do it too, right? I remember that.
Which you think, why would you stop practicing that? You can stop time. Why would... Typically, it's a one stand per user sort of situation, though there are examples of users sharing a stand, like the 2 rats of Rat, that's with 2 T's, and a couple more notable examples that we can look forward to seeing in Stone Ocean.
Oh, those are one of the animal stands?
There's also stands who swap users. Cheap Trick is a nasty little parasitic stand who attaches itself to a user's back and tries like hell to get another user to spot it there. If it's spotted, it drains the life of whoever it's currently attached to and jumps to its new host to repeat the cycle. Then there's the bound stand Anubis, which outlived its original master and can choose to possess anyone who unsheathes its sword. Once they do, Anubis can utterly control them. And if it possesses a stand user, Anubis also controls their stand. That's kind of messed up.
Wait. So someone can have 2 then? I was gonna ask that. I was gonna say, can someone have 2? So basically someone, I mean, they'd be taken over, but like they would have 2.
There's also the odd case of sub-stands, where stand has a component stand with it. The sub-stand's not quite a full stand on its own, meaning the user technically only has 1 stand. There's dynamic duos like Killer Queen and Bites the Dust. There's also Diablo combining King Crimson's time loop and Epitaph's predictive abilities. Technically, Epitaph belongs to Doppio, but since Doppio is the best boy of all time and a submissive facet to Diablo's personality, let's just say they both belong to Diablo. So we've seen a whole spectrum of wacky stands over the years, but for the most part, they all abide by a basic rule set. Distance seems to play a major role in defining how stands' abilities manifest. Close range stands have to remain near their users, because, close range. They're usually fast, strong fighters preferring direct confrontation and moving precisely with immediate user commands. Star Platinum, Sticky Fingers, Silver Chariot, Heaven's Door, and Gold Experience are all close range stands. As such, they're weak against stands that can stay out of reach or hidden. But because this is JoJo's, there is an exception to every rule. Cream is a close range stand with the ability to keep user Vanilla Ice hidden and out of reach. I get anxiety thinking about the Vanilla Ice fight. Like, he just ate himself and I don't know. Long range or remote controlled stands have far greater reach. In some cases, they're able to get miles away from their user. The
Oh,
drawback?
my boy
These stands aren't a physical
Narancia.
match for most
Narancia.
close range stands. Reconnaissance
That's
type
my
stands
dog.
usually fall under this category, because this ability lends itself to sneak attacks and spying. However, their users are left vulnerable while a stand's away doing recon. The Lovers, Hierophant Green, Sex Pistols, Clash, and Aerosmith are all examples. This stand may have range, but their powers might only work in close proximity. For example, Highway Star can chase a victim all over, but must actually touch them to drain energy. Automatic
Okay, that
stands
makes
don't
sense.
follow a user's command, but act automatically through preset instructions. They're usually separated from their user completely. Such a stand could be harmed without transferring its damage to its user, but in turn, the user has no way of knowing the condition of their stand when it's away from them. Two subtypes include far distance autopilot stands, who are extremely resilient and don't lose power, but can only follow limited or simple instructions.
Far distance autopilots? Bruh.
Black Sabbath single-mindedly stabbing everyone nearby with an arrow. There's also posthumous stands like Notorious B.I.G. or Chariot Requiem that mindlessly follow a single drive after their user's death. Other automatic stands include The Lock, Bites the Dust, and Tough. Range irrelevant stands are just what they sound like. The range of these stands has little to do with how they work. Integrated stands like Oasis, Mr. President, or Earth, Wind, and Fire are part of their user's body and can't have any range. While for time-stopping or dimension-altering stands like Man in the Mirror or The World, Zawado, and King Crimson, when they're not fighting, range doesn't matter. And finally, a very select category of stand, Evolved. Evolution sometimes happens naturally, the stand morphing as its user grows stronger. Each set of abilities unlocked becomes a new act,
they evolve?
like Echo's Act 1, 2, and 3. Otherwise, an arrow can unlock a stand's potential. Killer Queen gained Bites the Dust after its user was struck for a second time. But if the stand is struck, it can evolve temporarily to Requiem form. So far, only Chariot and Gold Experience have evolved this way, with Chariot turning into an automatic, totally visible stand whose horrifying abilities make it arguably the most dangerous stand in JoJo's history. Gold Experience Requiem, on the other hand, became sentient, independent, and could nullify time manipulation with its user knowing. Kind of a good thing these powers are only temporary, huh? Also, how the f does King Crimson work, yo? I'm still like, it like erases time.
King Crimson.
What does that mean? Can we talk about this? Stands come in a huge variety of shapes and sizes, but they can be loosely categorized under a few labels. First off, there's natural humanoid type stands. These stands are more common.
Hold on, I always have to take the time out to appreciate people who do edits like this, bro. Man, yo, editing a video, like, I know how to edit, but bro, no, I'm just not. Bro, looking at an editing screen, you have to have the willpower of like Superman, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Like, I can't do it. I can't do it, bro. So like, shout out to whoever edited this. It might have been him. I don't know. This seems like a channel where like they would have like more than one person, but regardless, doesn't matter. Whoever edited this, W edits, and they deserve their recognition for sure. And if it was him,
JoJo's runs, and they include human-looking Star Platinum, Empress, and Hangman, Armor-heavy Crazy Diamond, Zawardo, Animal-leaning Anubis, Killer Queen, Magician's Red, and Dark Blue Moon, and Red Hot Chili Pepper, a cross between hard-headed Dino, Pachycephalosaurus, and a Kappa, a Japanese mythological turtle-like creature.
Oh my god, yo, that's crazy. Because when I was looking at him, I was like, yo, he looks like the dinosaur with the thing on its head. And then I look to the left and I see it right there. That's so funny. I was literally just about to say that.
The category also stretches enough to include King Crimson, despite being completely cloaked in Chariot Requiem, Gold Experience Requiem, but not Gold Experience, and all 6 of the Sex Pistols, despite...
He looks like, go back.
Also stretches enough to include King Crimson, despite being completely cloaked in Chariot Requiem, Gold Experience Requiem, but...
This gold one? I didn't even go back far enough, but whatever. He looks like... Wait, was it him? No, let me go back, because now I have to make sure.
And a Kappa,
I guess it was just him.
Japanese mythological turtle-like creature.
Why does he look different every shot?
Stretches enough to include King Crimson, despite being completely cloaked in Chariot Requiem. Gold Experience
I must
Requiem,
be tripping. Never mind.
Not Gold Experience.
Oh, right here. This is what I was talking about. I went back to... Okay, I did go back. Right here, he looks like, the thing from Hunter x Hunter. What is that dude called? Medium? I forgot how to say his name, but the dude that looks like Cell, the final boss of Hunter x Hunter, he looks like him, but like a gold version. There's a lot of characters in the anime who look like him, really, but
And all 6 of the Sex Pistols, despite the fact they're supposed to be bullets made.
wait, that's what they're called, the Sex Pistols, bro. That's oh my goodness. Wait, hold on. Let me make sure my mic is working. Okay, it is.
Made of metal. These stands come close to crossing over into the next category, artificial humanoids. The main difference between these and natural types is, well, like they're artificial. Though they have bipedal humanoid forms, these stands appear mechanical or artificial with plastic, wood, or metal skin, and robotic or doll-like parts. It's like the difference between an android or a mannequin versus a human. They have all the same benefits as a natural humanoid stand, though they tend to lack expressions and mouths. They include Silver Chariot, who even with its armor off remains metallic, Hierophant Green, Kraftwerk, Green Day, Cinderella, Atom, Judgment, Vinyl Moody Blues, Literal Wooden Mannequin Surface, Creepy Harlequin Death 13, Ebony Devil, and Carnival Clockwork
Ebony
Black
Devil.
Sabbath. Natural non-humanoid. Stands that cover the full range of nature that doesn't resemble humanity, meaning these stands have little in common. Some have claws, some are straight up weather. Hermit Purple, Stray Cat, a user stand hybrid, and Pearl Jam are plants, but Hermit Purple looks and acts like a vine, while Stray Cat and Pearl Jam are anthropomorphic. Harvest, Survivor, and Tower of Grey are smaller insect forms. Sun is a literal sun, while Geb, Horus, and Aquanequus are all
Geb?
water.
Wait. Who's son? I want to see that one. Wait. He has to be like OP, right? He's the son. And also shout out Geb, Geb from Smite. Shout out Geb.
Forms. Artificial, non-humanoid. Stands include a
Oh, it's
subcategory
my
we've
boy.
mentioned a couple times already. Bound or materialized stands. They're a
Fur.
subset visible to regular people as well as stand users, often mistaken for the real object they resemble. In addition to Toth and Wheel of Fortune, there's also electric outlet Bast. The Lock, which, yeah, take a guess what that is. The Giant Freighter, both Strength, and Electrical Tower Superfly. A stand like Love Deluxe bound to its user's hair.
Wait, did he
could
just
also
say a plug was a stand? Am I tripping right now? Did I hear that wrong? I had to have heard that wrong, bro. No, let me go back. There's no way. Okay, hold on. One more.
resemble. In addition to Toth and Wheel of Fortune, there's also electric outlet Bast. The Lock,
That's a stand. He said it as if it like he said its name as if it's a electric outlets, and then he said something after
which,
that.
yeah, take a guess what that is. The Giant Freighter, both Strength
And that's a stand
Electrical
too?
Tower Superfly.
That's a stand
A stand
too?
like Love Deluxe bound to its user's hair could also fall under this category. Phenomenon stands are kind of a catch-all category. It includes stands with appearances so weird that they can't be quantified, like Notorious B.I.G. or Talking Head. They're pure ability stands
Notorious
without
B.I.G..
physical appearance, like Coom, Earth, Wind, and Fire, or
What was his
Octane Bay, which allows
I thought I'm not even gonna repeat it. I thought he said
ability stands without physical appearance, like Coom, Earth, Wind, and Fire, or Octane Baby, which allows their user to alter their appearance. Sekko's Oasis appears as a full bodysuit and
I remember
allows its user
Sekko.
to liquefy the ground. There's also supernatural phenomena, like Tenor Sax's illusions luring people in, or Adam Hart allowing Yoshihiro to slip between photographs. There's a final category that can manifest in any of the forms we've just described.
Slip
Colony
between
stands.
photographs?
Power is split between multiple units. This makes individual parts weaker, but there's opportunity for swarm attacks. And there's the added bonus
My
that the user
head.
remains safe as long
Bro,
as one
this
unit
show
remains
is
alive.
crazy.
Colonies include Bad Company's Squadron of Soldiers, Pearl Jam, Metallica's Iron Worms, and Harvest's Bees. Were they bees? Were they bees that look like little stink bugs? I don't know. They were weird. Those were weird. It goes without saying that these categories are far from perfect. Take Heaven's Door, which was originally an ability manifesting
What
as
the
book pages, but then becoming a floating Monopoly Man. JoJo. And congratulations, you've officially earned a master's degree in standology. And I'm glad to be totally
No,
able
no,
to
I wouldn't
bestow
say
that
that.
degree upon you
I
officially.
definitely
I'm
learned
Kurt with Again the Robot, your anime explainer.
W video. Getting the robot. Oh, okay. So I think this is his. He said, "I'm Kurt." What did he say? Wait, what did he say? Go back.
Officially. I'm Kurt with Again the Robot, your anime.
Oh no, he said, "I'm Kurt with getting the robot." So I mean, maybe he still edited this. I don't know. But whoever did this W edits, I love this video, and it was just nice. You know, easily consumable. Bro, hold on. The powers. I need to see the scenes with all this stuff that I just heard like in this video. I need to see it, bro. I need to see it. The cell tower. I don't even care if it's a fight. I just want to see it, bro. The cell tower, bro. I need to see that one. What was the other weird one, bro? He said an electric outlet, bro. Like, how is he? Who is writing this? I want to look up the author for JoJo's, bro. I need to know, cause he's crazy. He gotta be crazy. But yeah, that was a W video. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed that. I'm about to react to the Hermes and Company versus someone else fight right now. So look out for that. I'm not gonna upload it at the same time. I might. I might. I don't know. I might. I always say things like that, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm just upload. But if y'all enjoyed this, hit the like button and subscribe and comment. What was your favorite parts? Anything. Comment anything you want. Anything. Be like, how was your day? It don't matter. And I'll respond. But that's about it. Peace.